Welcome back to Crawl Space Encounters. This is Rich. All right, so this is an interesting inspection because I kind of like this idea. Some homeowners, before they go ahead and start listing their house for sale, they'll go ahead and hire a pre-inspection to happen to their home to kind of give them an idea of what's going to happen, if there's any underlying problems that an inspector might find that they kind of want to get on top of before an inspector comes out. So you're going to pay a little extra money as a homeowner, but you're going to get a heads up, and it's not going to be something that's going to end up going to the potential buyer or however it's going to, whoever it's going to go to. But for the most part, it gives you a heads up of what's happening. And in this case, that's what this video is all about. So check this out. Pretty smart. A lot of sellers are doing this. So I think it's a good idea, especially with this one, because there was some problems there that we should be aware of. I'll see you under the house. All right, well, let's get right to it. All right, let's give her a 1-2 real quick. Got some stored items here. All right, looks like this crawl space is encapsulated. I like that. I see more people doing this, This one's actually been here for a minute. But more people are doing these encapsulations to the house, to their crawl spaces. And they're definitely trying to keep it nice and fresh down here. Keep the crawl space preserved. So let's find out, see if there's any issues going on. Looks like some kind of an extension cord over here. Let's take a look and see what this dehumidifier is doing. Looks like water is coming in during times of rain. You can tell it's coming right through the plastic. A lot of times folks don't they don't put a French drain down here. And they end up having to do it afterwards, which is a horrible thing to do, because now you gotta cut all this plastic back. And dig your trench, put your pipe and gravel, and then you got to put the plastic all back together again, which is the opposite of the way you want to do things. Obviously, if you need a French drain, you want to put that in, and then you want to wrap this puppy up. But you can see, well, now we haven't had rain in about a week and a half. It's been a while, but I can tell that when it rains, this place takes on some water, and maybe the dehumidifier just running day and night, trying to dry up that air. I'm not sure if this guy's working. There's water inside the condensation pump. See how that sludge forms in there. Let's stick it up. See how that sludge? That's got to get sucked out through this discharge line, and eventually it's going to get clogged up. And then this starts leaking all over the place. I can't tell you if this machine has been on, off, don't know. There's a filter. That thing looks pretty nasty. That needs changing. Still pretty early in the day. They'll level it up with these styrofoam. Wow, I've seen these before. Some people use bricks or blocks or whatever the case. Some people hang them from the joists. But we'll hear this puppy kick on. If it there it goes. It basically senses the humidity from me opening up that crawl space door. All that hot air just rushed in here. Excuse me. Just like when the air conditioning in your house feels that warm air come in when you have that door open. And then the AC kicks on. But for the most part, you can see this crawl space. Let me get the spider web out of here. This crawl space goes pretty far over there. This dehumidifier is right here in the corner. I would definitely have it right there in the center. I don't know why they don't do that. I guess because they don't want to drag it all the way around these pipes. There's a high chance the homeowner didn't do this job. Not a lot of people can do encapsulation like this. The only problem I see with this is you can see how high they run their encapsulation poly. Be careful with that. And the reason why I say that is because if in this region we have a lot of subterranean termites, you occasionally would find encapsulated houses where the termites will make a mud tube underneath this, work its way up, get up underneath here somehow, work its way up to the center of that wood beam, and you will never see that. And you're screwed. You've got a termite problem for a long period of time, possibly, and I'm sure you're gonna have a termite inspection happen with your company that you have, and they are not going to take responsibility. Some companies they're not responsible for any inaccessible areas, and that would be inaccessible. That's completely inaccessible. So read your termite contract. It's super important to do that, because remember, they're an insurance company, and if they can possibly get away from a claim, they will. But read your contract. Super important. This here was a bunch of standing water at one point. Could have been a plumbing pipe. I'm pretty sure it might have been a plumbing pipe. I don't think this was a water intrusion. That little snake. Oh, he's dead. A little snake. A dead snake and a dead mouse. Wow. You definitely find some interesting things on here. For some reason, this insulation is getting in my throat. But in all reality, this is really pretty. This is nice. Yeah, this is the kind of crawl space you want to have. You want to be able to come down here. It feels nice. Actually feels really nice down here. You can tell the humidity levels are low. It is still very hot outside. We're still in the 90s here in the Carolinas. Just a few corrections. Definitely that water intruding into the crawl space would fail. When I say failed, I know one of you guys commented, say, well, you don't necessarily fail an inspection. Well, you kind of do, because part of your wood infestation report does talk about water intrusion, and then it wants to know, what is it going to take to get it fixed. No different than having termites. In some states, it's a termite letter, and they're just basically concerned just about termites or any other wood destroying insect. But here in the Carolinas, water intrusion, wood destroying fungi, that is all part of the inspection report. So yeah, it can pretty much, fail is a pretty harsh word, but I've seen deals not go through. I've seen mortgage companies deny loans. So in my wording, I'm going to say, hey, it would fail. Now, obviously, you can negotiate and do whatever you got to do. That's none of my concern what happens. But look at that snake skin over there. Oof. And that's that this crawl space is encapsulated. So it's probably coming in right through underneath the HVAC system where they couldn't get in, where they couldn't get their hands in to do a full complete wrap of this poly. But obviously somebody was doing some work down here, running some electrical, or let's say electrical. But yeah, they left a little bit of a mess here. That's pretty cool. Nice little DeWalt light. It's dead. Yeah, so we heard the dehumidifier kick on, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so in this case, what I would actually say is crawl space is nice, dehumidifier is working right, but there is water getting in to the crawl space. Obviously they had a plumbing problem that they had fixed over there. I'm definitely guessing that was a plumbing problem, but you can see this water stain here might have been from this actual dehumidifier just dripping water everywhere. They do that. They get clogged, and then they have a problem. But here, this right here is definitely water intrusion coming in from the outside. Here in the Carolinas, the grading, well, one thing you do not see around here are grading companies. They don't grade anything around here. So you have hills coming into these foundation walls that are just single brick layers, and water does find its way through. And then you've got these main pipe going out, that all around it. They probably don't seal that up very well, so water comes in through there as well. And all this, all that mess starts to happen. But yeah, this is actually I'll take this crawl space. I'll take it. This is a good one. Just some minor things need to be corrected. But this is kind of what you want to see underneath your house, because it actually feels really nice. It feels really nice down here. The duct lines aren't condensating. They're completely dry. Right now, anything that doesn't have a dehumidifier running, everything is just leaking water. It's crazy. But no, this stuff works. These encapsulation, they do work. I definitely advise maybe cut that plastic back, have some kind of an inspection window. Like this, right here, that's good. This way your termite company can't try to dodge a bullet with a claim, because we do, like I said, we do have a lot of termite problems here. It's pretty bad. But Crawl Space Encounters, hit the like, subscribe, check out my other videos. I'll see you in the next one.